Hi, welcome back to the 10-minute Minecraft chat. This is episode 4. Um, I think today I kind of want to talk about kind of like staying on your own path kind of thing, and like not letting people influence you into like you're not doing something good, or you know you're not good at something now, so you're never going to be good at something. Um, I remember there was a quote about someone who was learning to play the piano, and I think it was their dad or something said to them like, "Oh, can you stop playing that because it sounds awful?" And then they said, "If I stop playing, I'm never going to get good at it." And I think that's that's a really kind of important thing to just do for yourself personally. It shows a lot of perseverance. It shows a lot of resilience within yourself to just be able to people might say that either you're really bad at something, or you're not doing very well at something, but you still want to keep doing it because it's a thing of, you never know. You could enjoy it. You could enjoy playing that game. You could enjoy playing that instrument. You could enjoy going for a run, and you might be bad at it at the start when you first start, because everyone's going to be bad at everything when they first initially start. I mean, I remember when I first started playing Minecraft, for example, I was awful. I didn't know anything. You don't know how to build a crafting table. You don't know how to make a bed. It's all these things that, like, you play enough over time, you learn how to do these things, and you learn how to do them better and more efficiently. And I mean, I've been playing Minecraft now since it came out, literally since it came out in 2010 or 2011, whenever it came out. I remember when there was no hunger bar. That's how long I've been playing Minecraft. I remember when there was no Nether. So it's like, I was once at that point when I was horrific at this game. I knew nothing about it. I knew nothing. I knew how to do nothing other than just play the game for what it was. And then over time, you learn, you grow. And I love this game. I think this is my favorite game of all time. I've sunk countless hours into it. I've had so much fun, not only just by myself, but with friends as well, where I have the memories of playing this game, and I absolutely love it. And I wouldn't change that for anything. I'm so glad that I've done it. But then, let's say I stopped. Let's say I just decided, you know what, I'm not good at this game. I don't want to play it anymore. And that could be for a multitude of reasons. It could be, I might not have just enjoyed it at the time. I might be playing something else, and I wanted to focus on that more, which is completely fair enough. But I think if you just have the mindset of just giving up on it, what was it? Where's the fulfillment? Where's the kind of? I guess that's the thing of, like, people just want the instant gratification of being good at something instantly, and it's kind of like, well, sometimes you're not, and sometimes you have to accept that you're not, and then become good at something. I mean, it's like, for me personally, I've been playing guitar for about 5 years now, and I wouldn't get to the point. I don't think now I'm remotely good enough to say that I've been playing guitar for 5 years, but if I look back to how I was when I first picked up a guitar, I didn't even know how to fucking hold it right. I used to lay it across my lap and play it like that, whereas now I can stand up and play music. I can walk around and play music. And that's a thing of, like, when I was at university, I would be in my room practicing in the evening for like 2 hours a night, just playing guitar, standing up and playing. And I remember at first it was so awkward. It felt so weird. It felt so just unnatural. But I got to the point where I could just stand there and do it. And now it's the thing of, I can stand up, I can play guitar. I remember when I never used to be able to then, when I used to be able to do that, I then learned how to try and sing while playing guitar. And I never used to be, I mean, I'm not a good singer anyway, but it was just a thing of, I wanted to know how to sing while playing guitar. And I learned, and I did it. And now I can do that to a semi-okay standard. It's just the thing of, like, you put the hours in, you put so much work into it that it just becomes good. It's that classic, the 10,000 hours rule. If you put 10,000 hours into something, and you'll become a master of it. And I think that is the case in most circumstances. I think there are small situations where, say, you can put 10,000 hours into something, but you can put 10,000 hours into the wrong thing, and it's just not as useful as, say, actually thinking about what you're doing. But still, you put 10,000 hours into the wrong thing, you're going to be 10,000 hours better off, at the wrong thing. So there'll be some way you can become a master in that, whatever, like even if it's in the wrong thing. But I don't know. I think a whole thing of like, just doing it, having the fulfillment of like, you've achieved something, you've done something, you've made such a long-term sacrifice to make something, and you've done it, and it's come good, and not letting people's negativity kind of influence you in a way. And I know I said yesterday about the whole the negative thinking being realistic, and I can completely understand the what's the term, the contradiction. That's the one. The contradiction behind that. But if you get what I mean, I would rather be negative about myself than other people be negative about me, because it's the thing. When people are negative to me, it pisses me off. Whereas when I'm negative almost to myself, it not motivation, but it's kind of like, how the fuck have you done that? You fucking idiot. And it's like, I let myself down. Whereas when people were negative to me, saying like, what the fuck are you doing? It like, obviously I feel a bit like, I'm almost kind of a bit like, why the fuck are you talking to me like this? And that, I guess that's kind of the distinction of like, and I don't know if that's just a me thing. I don't know if that's my mindset towards things. But I'm very, very open to taking advice as well. It's just the thing of like, if people are coming at me in a very, very negative way, I'm almost like, I don't want to listen to it. Whereas if people come at me with like the idea of it being constructive and actually trying to help me in like the best way possible, I'm more than open to listening to it. It's just, if someone's gonna come at me and just start not screaming and shouting, but just being like, wow, you're an idiot, how can you do this, what the hell, oh my god, then how am I going to learn from that? Because and then it's going to be the thing then of like, you're not going to want to talk to that person afterwards, because all you know is if something goes wrong, they're just going to give you a bollocking. And why would you want that? So I think it's kind of the thing of like, actively making choices that kind of line up with what you want to do, making decisions that you want to make. As at the end of the day, it's your life, no one's gonna fucking do it for you. I would say unfortunately, but I mean fortunately, no one is going to do it for you. You have to fucking figure it out. You have to do it, and that can be hard. That can be really fucking difficult. And there will 100% be times where you're like, why the fuck am I doing this? It's just stressing me out. It's hurting, the fact that I can't do it now. But you just have to think that someday you are going to. And I think this all ties back to what I've said over the previous days about, it just has to work out. It will work out. It can't not work out. Why won't it work out? And it's that thing of just putting in as much effort as you possibly can. Trying every single way. If something doesn't work, try it a different way. If that doesn't work, what is it about it that doesn't work? And then you've got to remember, you've got peers around you, you've got friends, you've got family. You could even go on Reddit, for example. You could go in Discord servers and be like, look, why is this good? Why is this bad? How can I improve on this? And people will just tell you. People will give you open, honest opinions without having to know you. So there's no bias towards it. It's just people that want the best and want to improve. And they'll want the exact same back. I remember when I was at college doing my course, people would always kind of lie to you about if something was good. And it was almost a thing to not hurt your feelings. And I remember I always used to say to people like, look, if something is shit, tell me it's shit. I need to get better at this. The only way I'm going to get better is if you're honest to me. Otherwise, I'm going to be in the same place as I am, as I was beforehand. And I don't want that. I want to improve. I want to get better. I want to make a career out of this. The only way I'm going to do that is if people are upfront and honest with me. And, that takes a lot, because obviously if you hear people say like, oh, dude, this is shit, that's going to fucking hurt. But I want to know why it's bad. And that's kind of like, that's the thing that I'm talking about, of like, if people are gonna say something's bad, tell me why. Don't just say it's bad. Give me a reason to improve it. Give me a reason to make it be better. Yeah, I think this was kind of more of a rant than anything. So I apologise. I'll try and make it a bit better tomorrow. Once again, if you have anything you want to talk about, put it in the comments. Yeah, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.